everybody, Rustin here. I'm hoping to walk you through what a day in the life is going to look like here at the Union when you return. There's a lot of policies and procedures we're going to go over today, and so it's important to just remember to visit go.unc.edu/union staff in case you ever have any questions in the future. So come join me. Even before you leave the house, take a second to think about how you feel. If you or members of your household have symptoms, please stay home and consult with a medical provider and abide by the UNC policies before returning to work. Many of us take the bus to work. Please make sure you are following guidelines while on public transportation. For example, Chapel Hill Transit is currently limiting buses to 10 passengers and requiring that riders wear masks. So I just got off the bus, I'm ready to make my way in, and the biggest thing to remember is you're on UNC grounds. Make sure to keep proper distancing between you and others while walking to the Union and back home, and always make sure to follow any guidelines they put out about masks or CPE or PPE. Before you go into the building, you need to be wearing a mask. It's UNC and Carolina Union policy that all employees must wear an approved mask indoors. We'll be providing masks for you. You just pop the band around your ears, make sure the mask covers your nose and your mouth, and you're good to go. We're going to be making some doors entrance only and other ones exits. So for example, when you come into work, make sure you find your way to one that has an enter sign above and not an exit sign. Please try to follow these guidelines as you make your way into your office. So I just got to work, checking the time. It is 11 a.m., but I'm not late to work. I worked with my supervisor to figure out a plan that would work for my schedule and also the needs of our business. Check with your supervisor to see if you have a staggered shift or if you have the opportunity to do so. Not all teams can have this opportunity, but many teams will. It was a long commute in, so I'm going to make my way into the restroom before I start my day. When you use the restroom, you might notice a few changes inside. You might see some urinals taken offline or some sinks taken offline as well. It's also really important to know that our custodial and housekeeping team is going to be working harder by using a process called the KVAC cleaning system to make it 60% more effective against germs and disinfecting. We also encourage frequent hand washing with soap and water. Remember the CDC guidelines. They state at least 20 seconds and thoroughly scrub all parts of your hands. For reference, this clip will be 20 seconds long, right about, wait for it, now. When making your way to your office, try to take the stairs if able, but if not, feel free to use the elevator. We are going to be having a single person capacity limit on these elevators though, so it might take a little bit of time. Just remember that next time you want to use the elevator. The Carolina Union's East Wing will be closed to the public. We'll be using this space for extra storage, alternative break and work locations for those who don't have offices, as well as office meeting spaces. You can access this area with your key if you have one. If not, you can request to have swipe access added. Please make sure when you use this to come through the doors and ensure the door is shut and locked behind you. Only Union staff, student television, and WXYC should be in this part of the building. If you see someone who maybe should not be in the area of the East Wing, please politely ask them if they need help and let them know that the East Wing is closed to the public. So I've made it up to my department office in my suite, and you'll see this coffee maker. This isn't going to be here anymore when you return because it's a communal shared appliance. What you might see in your office though is individually wrapped cutlery, and guess what? The microwave and the fridge that you use in the break room, that's still going to be online. We're just going to encourage you to disinfect the handles before and after you touch them. So I'm in my office now, and if I have my door shut, I can take my mask off. But if I have to meet with my cameraman in person, I got to make sure I keep 6 foot distance between them and myself, and I also got to keep my mask on. But I want to shut my door so I can take this mask off. I've been working for a little bit now, and I realized I need to meet with Drew down in CCS. Normally, I would just get up and walk down there, but now I gotta remember to respect everybody's space. I shouldn't just assume that I can walk into someone's office or their suite without notifying them beforehand. So what I might do instead is give them a call using this telephone here and set up a Zoom call, or we can just chat over the phone like the old days. It's lunchtime and man, I am hungry. So I'm gonna make my way down to Alpine. It's important to note that we're gonna have 6-foot distance spacing on all of our food vendors here in the Union. I'm gonna wait in line, get my lunch, and I can actually eat that lunch in my own office if I have a space. Please remember that our lounges are gonna have a lot less seating in them, so please try to save those for those who do not have alternatives on campus and our students. We'll have alternative break spaces available for you if you don't have your own office. And just remember, this is one of the best parts of the day because you can take your mask off to eat your lunch. This brings me to my next point. We need to remember throughout the day to maintain 6 feet at all times. Luckily, Drew's wingspan is exactly 6 feet, so just always visualize Drew with his arms spread, being able to run between you and the closest person. So now my shift is over and it's time to go home. I'm going to do a few things before I go. I'm going to carefully wipe down all surfaces and places I've touched. The union will be providing wipes for this as well. Please make sure to clean your phone, keyboards, desktop, any area that you might have touched. And finally, if you have an office and you want your trash removed, simply pick it up, take it outside your office door, and set it in the common hallway for the housekeeping team to come and get. So we've made it through a day. We did it. You and me together. We did this. Just remember there's always going to be updates and this plan is always changing. Check out the website for always the most up-to-date info. In addition, there'll be some more trainings that'll be available to you that help you interact with other offices and departments within the union so we know how to best support each other and stay safe. I'm really excited to getting back to working with all of you here in the Carolina Union. Let's make this a safe semester and of course, go Heels.
Welcome back to the Carolina Union. The following video will detail the updated procedures for Welcome Desk operations this upcoming semester. First, let's outline how and when the Welcome Desk will be sanitized to keep both visitors and employees safe. Our staff will wear gloves and use disinfectant spray provided by the housekeeping staff to disinfect the surface of the Welcome Desk. The desk will be sanitized by staff at the opening of the union each morning at 7:30 a.m. Throughout the day, it will be sanitized again every 2 hours. Finally, it will be cleaned up again at the end of each night at 11 p.m. The Welcome Desk will continue to rent pool and ping pong equipment, as well as the paint card for cube reservations, as usual for anyone with a valid one card or license. Items will be sanitized after each use. Visitors are still required to check in and out at the Welcome Desk when using the spaces. Visitors will check in with a PID, but the physical exchange of a one card will not be allowed. The Lost and Found feature of the Welcome Desk will remain in use this fall. The Lost and Found will continue to hold items brought to us daily. Things such as UNC One cards, licenses, credit cards, wallets, purses, electronics, eyeglasses, and keys. Whenever a wallet, one card, or a license is found, we look for identifying features in the item so we can contact that person and return their item to them as soon as possible. To keep visitors in our building safe, all items will be sanitized when brought to the desk and placed in a sanitized location until claimed. Items such as water bottles, backpacks, books, clothing, shoes, all should be left where they are found as we cannot safely collect these larger items. All water fountains and water filling stations will be operating as usual with increased sanitation. If any further questions about these updated procedures, please reach out to our Guest Services Manager, Benita Brown. She can be reached at benita.b@email.unc.edu. See you soon.
We will provide customer service to our staff and students while maintaining social distancing through the following ways. The main door to the business office will be kept closed. If you would like to meet with one of our staff members, please contact us via telephone, Zoom, or Skype. We will be happy to make an appointment to meet with you in person. Please remember, in order to comply with CDC guidelines, a face covering will be required for all in-person meetings. To ensure the safety and security of everyone, we are promoting contactless payments. Temporarily, we will no longer be accepting cash payments. The business office will now have a new Dropbox location for anyone that would like to drop off their payment during business hours. Check or money order only. Remember, before dropping your payment, make sure to write the invoice number on the check or money order. And if you need any assistance or have any concerns, please feel free to knock or call our office during normal business hours, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Hello from Communications and Creative Services. As we return to the office, we just wanted to share some of our department's updates. While we are excited to start the journey back to some normal sense to our workday, the CCS full-time staff are requesting that contact continue with online resources, by phone, or by email as often as possible. As we practice physical distancing, it will be most efficient for our office if we can pre-schedule as many interactions as possible, especially when students may be working in our office space. Anyone internal and external to the union can now schedule an appointment with a member of the CCS team by using the Microsoft Bookings feature. A link to use this program is housed on the CCS webpage. We also encourage setting up meetings using the Outlook calendar invitation as done in the past. We hope the Microsoft Bookings program will allow for ease of connecting with our students and others requesting services from outside of the union. How to get in touch with the CCS team and how to set up appointments will be displayed on our office door. In following with the UNC and Carolina Union Community Standards during this time, we also ask that when you visit a CCS team member, you wear a mask and practice physical distancing as we work to keep everyone in our spaces healthy this fall.
Welcome back, everyone. I have a few quick updates from the facilities department that I want to share with you all. The facility suite will limit the maximum amount of people in the office to 5 in order to accommodate social distancing standards. This updated number does not include any of the office spaces within the suite. If occupancy limits are exceeded, maintenance staff and students will also be using the shop as a break space. The facility suite and office doors will remain closed at all times, but you can use the radios to reach us. Channel 2 for operations and Channel 5 for maintenance or housekeeping. If we do not respond, we may be in a meeting, so feel free to contact us via MS Teams, email, or call us to set up an appointment. Similarly, facility staff will not be entering any meeting, office, or storage spaces without knocking first. If we do not hear anything, we will enter, but if we receive a response or hear that the space is occupied, we will set up a time to come back at a later point. As it pertains to sanitation efforts, we will not be entering your space unless it is during a scheduled cleaning time. Therefore, if you'd like to have your trash can serviced, simply set it outside your door at the end of your workday so we can grab it the next time we swing by. Trash cans that are not set outside of office doors will not be picked up. A new protocol we are rolling out is the use of a new radio code. If you call for a 20, that means there's an area that needs cleaning. Able to clean a space and do not need assistance from facilities, we suggest allowing the pH7Q disinfectant spray to sit on any surface for 1 to 5 minutes before wiping down. From here on out, all of our storage spaces will serve as clean storage spaces. This means that every item in a storage space will be sanitized. If an item is removed, it must be sanitized again before it can be put back into storage. If you want to put an item back into storage and do not have sanitizing materials nearby, you can radio facilities using the new radio code 20, and we will come to sanitize the item. We encourage other offices to follow a similar clean storage procedure. Thanks in advance for abiding by these guidelines.
If you are trying to connect with a Student Life and Leadership staff member, please take a look at their calendars first to see if they are available. If they are, feel free to give them a phone call. If they are not, maybe schedule a Zoom meeting or a meeting through your Outlook calendar, or just connect with them through email. Students and other visitors dropping by to visit SLL in person should first stop by the information desk located in the middle of the 2500 hallway. A student staff member will be there to direct visitors. This person may be able to answer your questions, or if not, can direct you to the person or team member that you might be looking for. There will also be information regarding how to connect with SLL virtually. For times when no staff member is at the desk, there will also be signage on the desk with information about how to connect with the SLL team.
We are so excited to have you back in the Carolina Union for the fall 2020 semester. This video will explain our building's updated procedures to safely navigate the upcoming semester. Our office will be open for assistance from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Until further notice, our doors will remain closed and all assistance will be provided through email, phone calls, and virtual appointments. For the safety of all clients and employees, our office will not allow walk-ins. We are eager to continue assisting with your event questions and planning, and look forward to connecting virtually. For virtual appointments, event services will be utilizing Microsoft Bookings to schedule Zoom video chats. If you're interested in learning about these virtual meetings or making an appointment yourself, information can be found on the Carolina Union website. We prefer appointments to be made 24 hours in advance, but if available, appointments can be made day of on first-come, first-served basis, with the required 10-minute notice. We look forward to working with you all again soon.
The Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life would like to update you on changes to our daily office operations. The changes are to ensure the health and safety of our staff and students. For the foreseeable future, our office doors will remain closed during office hours, which are from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you need to schedule a meeting with one of our staff members, please email our office email at greeks@unc.edu. Again, that is Greeks, GREEKS @unc.edu. Please specify the staff member you would like to meet with and the purpose for the meeting. We will be in touch as soon as we can to schedule a meeting via Zoom or by phone for the day and time that works for both parties. Any paperwork that is required to be signed by our office can be dropped off in a drop box that will be placed outside the office suite, or you can scan and email to your respective advisor. Since our office doors will be closed during office hours, organizations will not have access to their respective mailboxes. You may choose to use the ones downstairs by Student Life for Leadership, or arrange to have mail and packages delivered to your fraternity, sorority house, or the home of a current member. We know this change in office procedures is less than ideal, but we appreciate your understanding and flexibility during this time. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the Carolina Union. Our administration department and the Office of the Executive Director will be open Mondays through Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 2 to 4:30 p.m. and Fridays, 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We will accept walk-in appointments, but you can always reach our office by emailing carolinaunion@unc.edu. We ask that you maintain 6 feet of distance with no more than 2 people in the office at a time. We are happy to provide you with building directions and helpful documents if it pertains to your question. Our core procedures will be union van reservations, guidance to meeting room locations, class information, department contacts and information, and general customer service. Thank you.